Preparing beam. Energy charge 0%. Charging. Okay, everybody, let's destroy this space base and silence Dr. Bad-Boon. Glare at the evil. Up, up, who? Let us go operate, yeah, yeah, woo! A magical spell is hoo! Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final episode of Super Monkey Ball 2. This is Dr. Bad-Boon's base, the final world. And I must say, it's bloody hard. It's been a while since I've done a lot of these levels. A lot of them basically rely on actually knowing like what to do and where to go. They're actually quite big and complicated. This is not one of those. This is like, you got curvy option in World 3, wavy option in World 7, and then training in this one. Nice and easy. But yes, some of these have either very complex mechanisms, or like this one, they're just a really complex level to get through. And some of these, it's been years since I even played this game, so I don't know how long it's been since I actually beat some of these levels. I have no idea. Right, first off, you want to drop off the right here onto this, and then you continue all the way along here. This level is called Gimmick, because the gimmick is along here. There's a switch. Did I hit the switch? No. Once you hit the switch, stuff starts moving. This is another one of those levels that's got a really long reset. It will take you most of the level to make it kind of through the level. With that done, you want to transition over to there. Right, you can see the goal up to the right there, which is kind of what we're aiming for. There's your point. Oh, balls! I hit the stupid switch and bounced off it. Gah. There's also, like, somewhere under the middle is a warp goal. I've never entirely worked out how to get to it. You may have noticed, yes, I very much turned away from my own rule of always going for the warp goal now, just because these levels are hard. Just getting the normal goal is actually enough of an achievement for me, quite frankly. And that's the transition. Okay, cool. Now it's pretty much just a case of getting to the end of the level. The only issue is it's huge. A number of these levels, you really have not got much time on your hands to play around with. It's all just about doing whatever little dumb thing the level makes you do, and then just basically getting to the end before it kills you time-wise. This is the final little trick. It's got to go to the left there. And as you can see, yes, we've got a grand total of 13 seconds left, and this is going to be really close, actually. Gimmick is like this. It's just difficult. I should be fine, as long as I don't cock it up. Yeah, as you can see, you've probably got, what, 5 seconds of wiggle room to do that? You can do that in finishing in about 5 seconds if you're good. And I'm not good. This one is little more than trial and error. As you notice, it's called Mountain. There is a large mountain, and you fall off, and you land on the goal. If you zoom the map out, you can see the goal is down and to our left here, slightly there. So you just got to really aim for it. I would actually advise, well, let's try that again. What you want to do is actually aim to the mountain, like the kind of to the left of the goal, and then hopefully, that didn't work at all, you get delivered straight into it. Actually, it was bloody close there, to be honest. Yeah, aim kind of upstream from the goal, and you should be fine, because you don't want to hit the mountain that's in front of the goal on the way down. But you just got to keep launching yourself at this, really. There's not much trick to it. The nice thing about it, very fast reset time, because you're just here and ready to shoot straight again. That's what you want to avoid doing. Oh, that felt really good, but it wasn't. Didn't do. Not do. Good. Do good. Do. I'm falling apart. It's been a very long night. A lot of monkey ball. Right, let's try. There we go. That feels good. That feels good. There we go. Wonderful. These Bad-Boon levels are satisfying when you get them, but they're also just bloody hard. Oh. Well, this one's just stupid. Okay, right. Don't get me wrong. It's not stupid. This is another one of those ones that this isn't hard at all. It's actually really easy, but it's just about getting to the end in time. Because all you do is you drop down from one of these bricks to the next brick, and eventually you get down to the bottom. I'm actually going to just try and take a bit of a shortcut. There are no choice of paths here. There's just one path that does it. If I hop straight down to here, ugh, idiot. There we go. That should speed everything up for me a little bit. So we hop down onto there now, and then down to the right. And yes, it's though it looks like it's not, I believe it's just a straight linear path. So as you can see from the zoom in, you'd have to wiggle all the way around it. But if you take that drop, at least it means you're not against the clock, and it means that the difficult part is just literally right at the beginning. But easy enough to do, and then should be fine from here, he says. The gaps do get kind of big towards the end, and plus the right angle turns can be slightly fucky, because suddenly you're you kind of need to brake and turn very quickly, but generally it's alright. This one can be a bit of a bugger. You've got to get through, you can see the goal is on the end. The goal is not rotating, just the maze itself is. There's no stopping points on this really, it's all just about locking yourself in. And I went into it a bit too quickly there, because it's always rotating to the left, so you want to kind of make sure you're always against a wall, which then turns into floor, or something like that, and you that way just avoid being thrown off the edges, so I think I want to start about there-ish. Oh, that was not good at all. I think I actually do want to mount as quickly as possible, because I want to get over to the left of this thing. Into that tiny little, you see you got a little window there to hop into. Oh dear. There we go. Now we can drop down here. Nope. It's not what I want to do at all. I've got to wait for it to flatten out, I think. Right, now into... Oh, no! Oh! What I need to do is stop there, and I didn't. So, once you can stop on that, the trick is now wait for it to go down to the right, and then you're down here. Oh, came off too quickly. There's a little twist I haven't told you about yet as well. Alright. Try again. So just wait for yourself to drop down there, don't try and speed it up too much. Now, you want to position yourself to here, because it now stops and rotates back the other way. It's a cheeky bastard like that. But if you just stay where you are, eventually the camera will stop fucking you, and then you've just got that moment then to drop down onto the goals. You've got to kind of be hard up to the right, and then you kind of quickly drop over, and you'll kind of bounce off the lip and down to it. It's the fact that, yeah, so it'll rotate 360 degrees to the right, and then you need to be at a halfway point there, then it'll go 360 degrees back again, and that's the trick for doing it. So yeah, this bit it kind of helps if you're as far left on this thing as you can get, just so you can build up actually a little bit of speed for making the hop over to the goal. Oh, yes! Nailed it! Now it gets difficult. This next level is a huge bastard. No moving parts, nothing fancy, just a gigantic mess, which is appropriately titled Labyrinth. Let's see if I can even remember the way through it. I believe we go up here. Oh, and these up bits are really hard to actually get up. You've got to approach them with full speed. You then drop down here. Full speed will then jump you over this. Or not. So it's very possible we might actually just need more speed here, because it is all about going as fast as possible. So you want to make sure you've got that boost of speed from dropping there, and then hopefully... I've never worked out a trick to this. I think that transition is just really bastardly to do. I'm not sure if... Again, there's one where I don't know if there's necessarily another / better way through the level. I'm just doing what I know has worked in the past. These levels are ones where I think I could count probably on one hand the number of times I've beaten some of them. Alright, let's try that from there, and drop down. Right, good bit of luck here. Look! There we go. We want to take this first right straight away. Go up here. And then we go along almost to the end, and drop down to the right. Bounce up here, and then we need to go up there. It's a real cunt, this level. And as you can see, timing is not on your side. I've not got a lot of time left to finish this level, and basically, where the fuck the point's up here. Right, you need to get up here, and this is a real bastardery maneuver. You need to wiggle onto that little bit in the corner. You can only do it at full speed, and you only get about 2 or 3 goes at it. The goal is just at the top there. Were you following all of that? Very good. The next you hear from me will probably be... I'll probably cut out almost everything, because I'm not doing anything exciting until I manage to beat the entire level. In which case, I will probably show it all in one without commentary. Which would be very exciting, wouldn't it? Not going to make this jump. Called it. If you're going fast enough, I start rolling in the ball, as in head over heels, and you pretty much have to be going at that kind of speed to be able to make that kind of chipping jump properly. There we go, that's it. So that's the kind of speed you want to be going at. But even then, it's a bit of a gamble. Oh yeah, watch this, by the way. As you fall out, the thing underneath you opens up and you're just ejected down into space. Then it really comes back once the retry menu appears. But hey, cool anyway. Alright, that seemed to help a little bit. If you approach it at a slight angle, it seems to be a better chance of you being chipped up rather than going completely perpendicular. So, I've failed that jump quite a lot, so I'm going to actually do a bit of an explore around and see if there is another route. I'm not super confident, but I kind of know where there are bits I never go down, so the first one of those is here. So if we follow this round... does this help me? I don't know. Oh, I might have crossed over. I have kind of crossed over. This might be better than doing that jippy jump every time. So I want to get up here, and then if I go around to the left... Ooh. Oh, this is looking promising, ladies and gentlemen. Because I don't now know where I am. Oh, I'm actually almost where I want to be. What's up here? This is just a bunch of bananas. Wonderful. Okay, so... How did that hugely help me? Is there any way to drop down onto where I wanted to be up here? Not obviously. Huh. Well, you know, this calls for more exploring, I think. Right, so some progress has now been made at mapping this place out. It's bloody hard because so much of it looks almost exactly the same. And this is why I think I've always just learned the trick that I've always used, which does work, but involves making that jump, which is extremely unreliable, so it's a lot of throwing yourself at it and hoping for the best. So, what I've worked out so far, now we're across to the other side, but the only option we really have is to keep following it round until we get to here. Now, I can't immediately find a way to actually drop down to where I want to be, but if I head up here, that's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go up there, and then over to... Oh, okay, back to that section. So, we can now head up onto this bit, which then takes us over onto the other side, which is where we want to be. I don't know. I need to make a jump down to there. Basically, that... No, where is it? That stretch there is where I actually want to be on. So, is there any way I could do that and then transition diagonally? Nope. Well, now I'm back here, which is not helpful. I'm completely lost again. This level is at least impressive for that. For what's a relatively small area, my god, they've squeezed a lot of gub into it. As you can see, I've kind of given up on exploring for now, and I'm just going to attempt it the way I know how again. It's just, if there was a better way of just crossing over to the other side, and I could pick it up kind of to where I know it from there, everything would be so much easier, but that isn't the case, unfortunately. Nearly lost all of my progress there. Now we want to go round, and where is it? Nope, it's there. So it's that little transition you've got to make up that corner. Nope. Oh, I've already got, what, 2 more tries at this? Oh, bugger! No more tries than that, with that attitude. So, I think I have discovered something new again. I think I've discovered a good way of transitioning over to the other side. It's going to be a weird trade-off, because it's much more reliable than going the jumpy way I've been doing so far, but it takes considerably longer. So it'll be about whether I've actually got enough time to conceivably get to the end or not. Because what you want to do is follow all of this round, and then it's a series of climbs up here. And this isn't where I want it to be hugely. But it's now if I drop down to the right here. Now, oh, okay, that's not it. That doesn't lead to the other side at all. It's pretty much completely off limits. I need to do that jump then, I guess. Whoa, that was incredible. I did that perfectly smoothly. He didn't even jump. I didn't even know that was possible. I guess I was just going at the perfect speed. Right, so now we want to go up there, and then it's just up to the left here. I've got a lot of time here, so as long as I don't cock this up. It's all about that corner. Oh, no, you need to approach it with more speed, but that's the issue, is I keep going off the edge there. This feels good. Nope. Okay, couple more shots. You can do this, Doctor, just relax. Tease into it. Oh, God, this would be extremely weird without any kind of video track, just hearing my audio. Yep, right, bring it. We got it. Oh, yes. Oh, that was a very interesting one, because I spent half the time exploring around trying to just find new parts of it. It keeps a lot of secrets and surprises in that level. Oh, and it doesn't get any better from here. Pretty much all of the next levels are evil, until the very end. This is postmodern. It looks like it's going to be a bit of a maze. It's not. It's just got one trick, which is these silly slopes. Okay, that was not the right one. So the deal with the silly slopes is I've gone the wrong way round. Need to go that way at the beginning. Remember that. It's been a while. Wait. Okay, this is a bit of a maze then. Turns out I was wrong. It's been a while. Is it that one then? Yes. The issue with these is you need some momentum going into them. Doesn't have to be a lot, but just some for you to actually be able to keep making it up the stairs. And then you just do a bit of a kind of wiggle left and right, and you will make it up the stairs. But just, yeah, you can't really stop on them or bounce off surfaces. Like here, for example, now I've not got enough momentum to actually get started on it. You can see the goal up to the left there. I'm almost certainly not going to make it in time because I know how this works. Ugh. This one you need to make sure you're not ever on that bottom step, really. You just need to kind of get up onto it that way. And then what you do is curve around to the right here, back up, and then drop down onto the goal. It's straightforward. It's just hard because you've got the shitey steps to maneuver. Let's try again from the beginning, but actually doing it properly this time. So, we need to go straight to the right. This is the thing. I've already pissed away like 20 seconds last time. Oh, not getting onto these properly. Let's try that again. It's so slow and painful. And as long as you've got, some momentum, you're fine. Ugh, but there I lost it. And there I gained it again, but not, and I lost it again. Can I? Yes, you can recover it while on the steps, but it's not easy, and you have to keep wiggling left to right in order to actually maintain it. If you go straight forwards, you'll lose it. And this just feels like, it feels very jakey, like you've kind of tricked the game, or you're glitching it out somehow or something in order to actually do this level, which is dumb. But there we have it. Nope, lost my speed again. And as you can see, time is very much odd. Wasn't sure if I want to say on or off, and I said ot. Is very much ot your side here. That is not on your side. Once you're at the top here, you have got the goal down there, and if I'd hopped over that thing, I would have made it. Needed a bit more momentum, but that's how we do post-mortem. Oh, that's the little word to the wise as well, as you can see. You want to approach the steps with some momentum, but don't be going fast, because otherwise then you'll actually fully jump off them and bounce back in exactly the way you came. You want to be making the perfect kind of Goldilocks speed, which is yet to be determined by me, I think, is the issue. Ugh. This one's particularly buggeredly where you got to get onto that step. There we go. I'm not going to do this time-wise, though, I'm pretty sure. Well, let's see. I've apparently decided to keep talking, so I might as well show the end of this one. Oh, nope, too fast on that one. I think, like, 10 miles per hour seems to be about the optimum for doing it. This is going to be close, but I suspect I'm going to... Actually, wow. I'm mounting these ones really quickly, so I may actually make this. It's just this final one to the... Oh, no, come on. Bring me this close and then, you little bastard. Oh, my heart hurts, but I did it. And your reward is an even more annoying level. This one isn't actually so bad. You basically just need to... So this whole thing spins. This and 3D Maze I often get confused. But this one kind of goes in chunks. And you basically want to go straight over to the right here near where the goal is. Then this pillar is your friend. You want to stick onto that pillar, which I didn't do. Ow. So let's try that again. Get round to the left side of this pillar. Sit onto it. Stay on it. Ride it down. It's kind of like 3D Maze in that sense. And once it delivers you to the flat, look at that. The goal is right there. That one's actually pretty straightforward if you know what you're doing, which I occasionally do. It has been known to happen. These next two are evil. This next one is pure evil, and there is no trick for it or anything like that. It says the word invisible and is showing you what the path looks like. Because when you press play, it comes in towards you, and then those parts disappear. So you've got it ahead for seeing what the missing parts look like. So that's the I, then we're on to the N. The only way I can really do this is by counting the letter that you're on. You kind of go I, N, V, just so you actually remember it. But some of it, it's just, it's evil. It's really evil. Right, let's try it again. So we're on I, up over the N. Oh, too fast. That's the other thing. It's even if you know the things you're going for, it ain't easy. I, N. Then I believe we go back down, and then the V is over here, so we kind of go at a diagonal. Yep, cock that up. How does the V look? Okay, yeah, so we've got to go over the bottom of it there. If I struggle with this one too much, I'm actually just going to legitimately bring up an image of it, because it's the only way I can really do it. Doing it off the top of your head is nasty, but if you've got a picture so you at least know what you're aiming for, it ain't so bad. At least that's us onto the V, and then I need to go over the bottom of that. That's a bit more nerve-wracking. So I think at least let's check. Yeah, so it's actually a kind of U shape of blocks with the bunch of bananas in the middle of it. So that's the trick I gotta remember for doing the V. So onto the U shape, and then it goes up to there. And then it's as simple as connecting back down there again. Now we're onto the S. I believe the S connects... Got to use the bunch again there, I think. Yeah. So you've got to go all the way along to the edge. Then, fuck's sake. You've got to go kind of all the way along to where it starts to curve to the bottom of the S. And then on the straight bit, you've got to connect using a flat with the bunch as a guide. That doesn't make much sense, but I'll show you when I'm there. I'm also going quite fast because I actually don't really know what the timing is like on this. So you've got to go all the way to the edge here, and then... I didn't go all the way to the edge there. That was a complete lie. Got to go to a little bit beyond where the bunch on the S is. So there's the I. And then the S goes over to here. And then we use the bunch to get over there. God, that's a bit nerve-wracking. But there we go. Decent bit of time left. Now we're going down the I. Ugh. So the B's got a straight back, so we can just go straight up the B. And it's actually, after the S, it's probably fairly straightforward. So that's the worst part, I think. And I'm getting faster at doing this beginning bit because I kind of know where everything is a bit more now. This is actually a very interesting level. It's just, you do have to have your thinking cap on for it to work. So that's the V, then onto the I, and he cocks it up. And then we use the bunch there, the nerve-wracking part on the top of the S, as ever. And then we are onto the I. Then the B, we can just go straight up the back of. Ugh. I'll come back to that part. Right, then up the back of the B, and then from here we go across the top of the B, and I think we can just follow it around from here, because then, yes, there we have it. We're onto the L, and then the E is... ooh, it's the middle of the E. Oh, God. That's horrifying, but actually a really fucking cool level. I will say that about almost all the ones in Bad-Boon's base. They are really nicely designed, and they're hard, to the other than Labyrinth, which just feels like the only way through it is a glitch. It's actually generally really entertaining. So, this is the logo of Amusement Vision, who create this, hence why this level is called Created By. And this one I seem to remember is fairly straightforward, so the whole thing just keeps rotating to the left there, and you've just got to cross it over to the right. And it's just a simple timing issue, really. Oh, good one. Right, don't run straight off the edge there. A little too much zeal, I think. What you want to do is make sure you actually cross it on the A. And I think we've just missed it. No, actually, that's perfect timing. Because then you can just roll over the top of the A, and that should deliver you straight there. But I actually mounted it a bit too soon, as it were. Right, here's the A coming up, and you need to jump onto it there, and then just gently roll forwards. Am I going forwards, backwards? Hard to tell. Because then, imagine a circle within a circle. As the overall thing rotates anti-clockwise, that then brings the A from the left to the right. And as you progress across that, you can then stay perfectly flat and be delivered to the goal, if you're with me. I think I might at some point release all of my just completed runs, because obviously, I've said this with a previous episode, every run is the run which you fail it is always, which you pass it is always perfect. So I might actually just release all of my perfect runs compiled together, and there we have it! That's the end of Dr. Bad-Boon's base. Bam! Let's have the final cutscene. What's going to happen to the bananas? Will they be flavoured of curry? Let's find out. Laser charged at 90%. You have... The laser's finally charged. Now all bananas will taste like curry. Forever!
We have to damage the heart of the space colony to destroy this whole base.
Okay, everybody, it's now or never. I got it, aye. Here I go. Laser charge at 100%. You can shoot the beam. It's finally ready. All I have to do is shoot the beam. Oh. What happened? Well... Oh no, I was so close! I can't take any more. You win. I give up. No more. Shout for victory. Yahoo. Let's just cooperate. Yeah, woo. A magical spell is E-E-Poo. And there we have it. There is Super Monkey Ball. The end of the ridiculous plot. So now we get the joy, of course, of the credits game, which is a staple. So you maneuver yourself around, and you lose points for crashing into the actual credits themselves, and you gain points for bananas. So I'll just do this in the background while I reflect. It's actually been quite a fun series to record. The hard levels are almost all worth it. There are very few levels where it feels like you are just making... now I'm big and can break through everything, because I got a star. There are very few levels where you feel like you do just make zero progress. I think Warp was one of them, like you just gotta really hope for it. Arthropod remains, to this day, the entire level that I don't really know how to do. And there are a few levels like that, which are just like, the only way I know to do them just feels glitchy. Labyrinth's kind of like that. But then some of the quite hard ones are really satisfying when you actually do make them in the end, so it's a bit of a trade-off. It's going to have been quite a short episode thing, so I think it's actually worked out in that way. It's one of the reasons I saved it as an inter-project, because it's... because they're only short episodes, it means I can just record 10 of them all in one night, and then air them over, 3 weeks, which gives me a bit of wiggle room. So coming up next will be, as I say, I probably will actually do a edit of this I'll edit it together without commentary probably, because otherwise it'd be really awkward. Just in case people actually want to see them from more of a guide perspective, I'll probably edit together all of my successful runs, partly to see how short one can do this game in. I've watched before I've not ever seen a human speedrun of this. I've seen a tool-assisted speedrun where it's kind of programmed to be perfect. Incredible some of the stuff that thing does, but obviously it's a computer. It can do what is very much impossible for a human to do. But yes, so then following this series will be, airing later this week I suppose, following this one, will be 2 bonus episodes for Metroid Prime Echoes, one on multiplayer and concept art, and one which is the long-awaited Let's Edit, which is now, at this point I've nearly completed it. I'm putting it together, and this is still the 22nd of March, so not 22nd, 20th. Some point in March, I don't know. It's late and I've been playing Monkey Ball for several hours, and as you can see from the plot of this game, it's been fun to do, especially the voices. I nearly passed out a few times doing Dr. Bad-Boon's and laughing. One of the most ridiculous things, I can't do Dr. Bad-Boon's voice while holding my controller, because I basically, while doing his voice, I waggle my shoulders up and down and kind of flick all of my fingers in a kind of almost like my spider handy kind of gesture. So I'm going, ooh, Dr. Bad-Boon, and I can't do it while I'm holding a controller. So it's ridiculous, but it's been a lot of fun. Final things, I suppose, about Monkey Ball. So, collecting points throughout the story mode gets you play points. Play points can be used to unlock things. There are party games. You start with 6 ones: Monkey Race, Monkey Target, Monkey Golf. There's various monkey-based games. Monkey Bowling. You start with 6, and then you unlock the remaining 6 with play points. Might show off those multiplayer ones at some point. Drag the stag into this. He knows this game almost as well as I do. Then there's also challenge mode, which I don't like so much. Challenge mode, you have to basically complete levels consecutively, and you have limited lives. But when you complete a level, you go on to the next level. And that's what the special goals are for. When you're in challenge mode, the special goals will warp you forward a few levels, so kind of skipping stuff out, which is quite cool. And bananas will get you 1-ups in that, so it's kind of much more pointful of that. But initially you start off with 3 lives, and then you can use play points to buy extra lives for that. And there's 3 levels of that. Beginner is just 10 levels, so it's literally the first world. Advanced is 30 levels, so it's worlds 2, 3, and 4. And then Expert is the rest of them. And then you have... I made a long-tailed macaque. Awesome. And then you have Master Challenge Mode, which you only get for beating Expert and the extra levels, which then gives you new levels which actually aren't in the story mode. So there are unique levels in that, but I really don't like it, so I'm not going to be playing it anytime soon. Anyway... Next up is Super Mario Galaxy, so thank you very much for watching Super Monkey Ball. Hope you'll join me then. Oh look, post-credits scene. I'm like a Marvel film. Thank you very much, and good day. Eek! We finally did it! We solved Dr. Bad-Boon's maze! We defeated Dr. Bad-Boon. Serves him right. Hey look, Ai! Bananas!
The maze gate is now opened and the bananas are finally free!